Well, Mondays are becoming increasingly annoying here at the stable. Locatelli was good last week, but we knew he had to move into the open. He can't do in the open. Not an open trotter, not yet. We bought him to be an open trotter later in his 4-year-old season, and hopefully he will be, but not yet. Is he a little tired? He seems to know when he's in a little bit deeper in the ocean. He's pretty good judge of character, and he can read the program real well. So the issue with dropping horses out of the maiden or out of the open is simple. Same thing we did with White Tiger last week. Now I'll start this by saying White Tiger is going into the field tomorrow. He'll have 4 or 5 weeks off in the field, maybe 6. But I had a couple of people ask me last week why he hadn't been turned out yet. You have to understand the dynamics of racing horses. To turn a horse out that's racing in the open with money on his card, unless he's an open trotter and you're just going to bring him back an open trotter and not care, fine, you can go ahead. But it's important to understand the money situation when you're looking at the horse's last 3, last 5, last 6. Now that White Tiger has dropped some money off his card again, made a little money tonight, but finished third and was flat. Again, tonight was a pivotal night. I told everybody out there that it would be start by start with these horses. If he seems tired, he's going out in the field. And last week you might have said, oh, he's flat again. Well, he's getting sick of chasing horses that are in the open also. What was he going to do when he drops down? Now he can drop down this class and another class. So by turning him out after we had got those lines off his card, he can come back and race in the numbers 8, numbers 9, which is a pretty soft start for a fresh horse coming out of the field. So White Tiger will be heading to the field tomorrow. Locatelli, I'll discuss it with James. I'll discuss it with Harry. I'm not racing him in the open again. So if they're gonna go ahead and use him in the open again, then we can't use him. One of two things: either get some money off his card or let him drop down in class. Well, one would equal the other. But if it's just a matter of no, we're going to put him in the open again, then we're just going to turn him out in the field also. So White Tiger will be heading to the field tomorrow. Locatelli will be heading to the field soon, maybe Thursday morning after I get a talk with the race secretary. But he won't be heading there before Thursday morning. So that's where we're at with Locatelli. That's where we're at with White Tiger. Now, a flat mile tonight for our other boy, Kings County. He really struggled to keep up. Now, the track was a little bit deep, and he does have bars on up front. Maybe we take those bars off. There was a trickle of blood last week when he was winner, and there was a trickle of blood this week. So we're still trying to find the key. Now, this is for those of you out there that hear blood through Lasix. You're thinking, Tortolindi, it's not even remotely the same universe. This is a little bit showing under scope. We should be able to mitigate that, but we haven't been able to completely turn that faucet off yet, and we will at some point. And when we do, he'll be a much better horse. But for now, I think we can tinker with the shoes, get the corks off him, and then see how he is next week. This is a horse that, we're not thinking resting him, but at the same time, we do got to get this under control. And then My Mini Miracle continued a very, very lackluster night. No, it was a poor night. My Mini Miracle popped a quarter crack left hind. It's been bothering her. It's bothering her now. It has to be addressed. She's going to miss at least 1 week. She was a little bit sick under scope. Not a lot of mucus, but some pimples, some redness, a little bit of swelling in the airway down low. Could be getting a little sick. Who knows? But she'll need 2 weeks anyway to be treated for that quarter crack. What we're going to have to do is wire that, put a window bar on it, and dry it up real good. If you try and rush her back in a week, if you had to, you might get lucky and be able to snake her through it. But at the end of the day, I think probably what you would end up doing is just negating everything you did by wiring it, taking the pressure off it, and put a window bar on it. So the 4 horses we raced tonight, we get 2. One for sure that's going to the field. That's it for White Tiger for 5-6 weeks plus training. You're going to see him in 3 months probably, which is on track. I mean, a little early. I was hoping we could get to April, right? April, May to June, July. By the time we get him going, it's end of July, into August. Yeah, that's when I want to have him ready to go. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule, but the horse comes first. Locatelli, if he goes out, that's fine. Same type of schedule with him. We would be aiming for, Locatelli, I'm hoping can go back a powerhouse, and we're aiming for maybe the Maple Leaf Trot with him on, I think it's August 16th. He would need a couple of real good tighteners for us to worry about putting him in there. Wanted to keep him eligible, but to worry about putting him in there, I'd want to have a couple of good tighteners. So I guess it's not the end of the world if he goes out right now. It's not the end of the world at all. That will depend on this week. 1, talk to Harry. 2, talk to James. 3 of us discuss the horse, discuss the track, discuss the trip. Was he good? Was he flat? Was he not? And then from there, make a decision. Okay, he's going in the field, or wait. Call the race office Thursday morning. Hey, where do you plan on putting this horse? If he's going in the open, he's going in the field. So that's where we're at with Locatelli. And My Mini Miracle, it's pretty easy. We're going to have to address that quarter crack and give her a little downtime, a little easy time. 2 weeks probably should clean all that up. So, again, it's pretty hard to be upset or mad at tonight. White Tiger's just tired. He's done everything he can, and he's racing his heart out right now, so that's good for him. We'll turn him out and rest him up, sharpen him back up. Locatelli, very likely the same possible outcome from him tonight, but that was always the plan. When it comes to Swans, or when it comes to Kings County, we need to address that and get working on it. This is not something where you say, Anthony, you guys need to work harder on it. It's not that easy. It's a combination of a lot of things that will get to the bottom of Kings County. And quite frankly, he could have been a little short tonight because he bled a little bit. And even though he won, we were pretty easy on him. Heading into a race, 10 days into his next race, not a thoroughbred. So you're going to have to train him up. So a combination of training, the regimen of training, and how we address that issue. That it's a small issue, but it could become a bigger one if we don't nip that in the bud. How we do that will be a discussion that Dominic and I'll have tomorrow. And My Mini Miracle is pretty simple. Window bar, wire the quarter crack, give her 2 weeks, clean her up, and away we go again. So that's where we're at for Monday. Onward. Mondays are always tricky for us. I had a sneaky suspicion something like this might happen tonight. Thought Mini Miracle might be a little better, but you can only ask a horse for so much with a quarter crack. They're pretty painful. So good on her to at least race as good as she could, and we'll have her better next start. So with that, I will talk to you all very soon. Better days ahead. We have one in Ohio tomorrow. We have some in Ohio Wednesday. We got a couple qualifying, schooling on Thursday and Friday. A lot of horses getting ready to go. So definitely White Tiger and Locatelli held up the fort while everybody was away, but now everybody is returning to the races, and they can have a much-deserved rest. We'll talk to you all soon. Take care.